Welcome to Startups in Action. I'm small business media mentor Mike Hayes. I recently sat down with Julie Coons, the president and CEO of the Electronic Retailing Association at their annual media marketing conference in Las Vegas. Julie, we all, if we like it or not, find ourselves in the digital age. And we know there's a lot of money in America, and a lot of it is frozen from people not knowing what to do. There's a lot of, paralysis of analysis and confusion and things. And you're in a unique position to understand the changing environment for startups, for entrepreneurs, and for media companies. What are you seeing? What do you think is important? What would you like people to know about where we are right now?
So I would say for a startup company, there's a number of aspects, especially in the direct-to-consumer business, that you have to consider. First of all is obviously, do you have a good product? I mean, if you don't have a product that's going to solve a consumer's need, address a particular aspect of their life that allows them to do something better, faster, quicker, etc., there's really not a lot of reason to get in the business because it's a challenging business. And one of the big challenging pieces of it is, do you have good partners? I mean, and in this business, it's so critical. So people who have been there and done this before. And then another piece of it is you referenced cash. I mean, this is an expensive business in terms of the type of cash that it takes. It's the cash on production side, because if you get a hit, you've got to fulfill huge numbers of it, more than you ever dreamed, right? But it's also the cash that, to get on air. I mean, you effectively prepay this. I mean, it's not like doing a deal with the corner store or being just, offering it on an e-commerce site, right? I mean, it doesn't take you a lot of money to put up a website. There are good websites do, but, in the simplistic terms. But if you're going to go direct to consumer through television, or I'll call them quasi-television channels, because we all know there are a variety of different screens now, you've got to have a lot of money, put in the bank there in order to keep your storefront going, which is how you stay, your storefront being in front of consumers. So it's not an insignificant factor for entrepreneurs to consider, which is why you typically see them partnering with existing established players, whether it be Telebrands, whether it be All-Star, whether it be Hampton. I mean, it's that's not. Or if you're lucky enough, you get in with Guthrie, or you get in with some of these other players. It's not an easy business to break into in today's day and age.
I've been in DR for a long time, and I understand it. About 2.5 years ago, I started to learn more and more about crowdfunding.
Yep.
And I started to research it, and for the last 2.5 years, I have interviewed 500 crowdfunding success stories.
Okay.
Just crowdfunding.
Yep.
But what I am seeing, it's direct response. That's what it is. It's make a pitch.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Let me get your
crowdfunding in of itself.
It is.
Yeah, sure it is.
So now, it proves something I've said for years. Now, you said you have to have a good product. I take it a step further, and I say that's true, but you have to have a good pitch for that product.
Yeah, fair point.
And crowdfunding proves that beyond question. The product doesn't even exist. They are pre-selling a good pitch of an idea that doesn't exist to get money, and they're raising $50,000, $500,000, $1 million. And I talk to people every week who are raising that kind of money, and that's the kind of money that just gets them to this platform to launch. I mean, I think this can absolutely revolutionize direct response. It's the same principles, the same vendors, the same outreach, telling a story and asking people to take an action. It's like what PBS has done for decades. Hey, donate something and we'll send you a gift, a product. Well, you're just pre-buying the product. And I mean, there's some incredible stories. What's your take on how DR and crowdfunding might come together?
So I agree with you that crowdsourcing, crowdfunding, the Kickstarter concepts, all of that are in fact it's a direct response mechanism.
Right.
Absolutely, it's in that sense. The original direct response has now sort of been digitized in a different way, right? So I mean, you're right. It's the same as direct response.
To learn more about crowdfunding success stories, email me. startupsinaction@gmail.com. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Hayes.